weakest guardian. Did you know goblins were once protectors? Not monsters, not enemies, but spirits meant to keep us safe. Before they were feared, they were invited. Before they were hunted, they were honored. The word goblin first appeared in 12th century France as gobelinus, a spirit said to haunt the town of Evreux. But that name has older roots. It likely comes from the Latin kobolis, and even further back, the Greek kobolos. In ancient Greece, kobolos described a mischievous rogue, a trickster. Not evil, not good, just wild. These words later gave rise to the German kobold, a household or mind-dwelling spirit, and then to the English hobgoblin, a single myth, branching like roots through Europe. In England, they were hobgoblins, small helpers that tidied homes and mended tools. In Germany, kobolds warned miners of dangerous gases. In Spain, the trasgu snuck through kitchens, hiding spoons and stealing bread. In Greece, Kalakantzaroi rose from the underworld during the 12 days of Christmas, causing mischief. They had different names, but they shared a purpose: to remind humans that something unseen was always watching. So what did they protect? Not castles, not kings, but the quiet things: warm fires, sleeping children, livestock in the barn. They kept the balance between order and chaos, as long as they were respected. But slight them, and the guardian would become the gremlin. As Christianity spread across Europe, the old spirits were repainted as threats. Mischief became sin. Masks became monsters. The goblin, once a symbol of caution and curiosity, was cast into the shadows. By the 19th century, they were villains in fairy tales. Ugly, greedy, twisted. Writers gave them claws, hard skulls, no toes. They were no longer spirits. They were caricatures. In George MacDonald's tales, goblins lived underground and feared music. In Christina Rossetti's Goblin Market, they tempted girls with forbidden fruit. They stopped being guardians of the hearth. They became metaphors for temptation, savagery, fear. They became easy to hate. Then came Tolkien. In The Hobbit, goblins lived in the misty mountains, cruel, cunning, and many. Later, he preferred the word orc, but the damage was done. Tabletop games like Dungeons and Dragons sealed their fate. Goblins were now weak, common enemies. The first thing heroes kill. Not because of what they are, but because of what we made them. And they're not alone. Japan has Kappa. Slavic lore has Domovoy. Philippines has Duende. Every culture tells stories of small, strange beings at the edge of vision. Friendly until ignored. Helpful until disrespected. Maybe we created goblins because we needed someone to blame when the milk soured, or when we woke up to shadows that weren't there. We call them monsters now. We laugh as they die in games. But once, long ago, they were spirits of warning, wonder, and watchfulness. And maybe they still are. You just have to look where no one else does, and listen for what no one else hears.